Most of us spend years talking to a faraway God, pleading, bargaining, promising, then wondering why the heavens feel silent. But there's a radical, beautiful shift that turns the whole game inside out. Joel Goldsmith pointed to it again and again. You are not outside of the divine, calling up to it. You are the expression of divine life itself. When you pray to a distant God, you create distance. When you pray as the living presence, you stop asking and start awakening. That isn't arrogance. It's the heart of mystical Christianity. And the moment you taste it, everything changes. Think about what you've been taught. God as a person somewhere up there. In that picture, you're always down here, lacking, unworthy, waiting for help. But what if God isn't a person on a throne? What if God is infinite consciousness, everywhere, always, and your very awareness is its transparency? If that's true, then prayer stops being a request and starts being recognition. You're not trying to get power to arrive. You're acknowledging the power that never left. Listen to the difference. The old way. God, please fix my health. Please send money. Please fix this relationship. The new way. I rest in the presence I am. Life itself is expressing wholeness as this body now. The abundance of consciousness is already flowing as my experience. Love is the reality here. One begs from separation. The other recognizes what's real. Praying as presence doesn't deny your human feelings. It lifts your attention from appearances to essence. So fear loses its throne. You're not pretending circumstances don't exist. You're withdrawing the false authority you gave them. Instead of pushing reality around with words, you open your awareness to reality as it is, living, breathing, present. Let's make this practical. A woman I'll call Mira lived with stubborn pain for years. She had tried every formula, affirmations, techniques, different schools of prayer. Underneath them all was quiet panic. Something is broken in me. Maybe God will fix it. When she shifted from petition to recognition, the words changed, and so did the weight in her chest. Each morning she would sit, breathe, and gently notice. The life that is God is the life that I am. It knows only wholeness. I'm not forcing anything. I'm noticing what's already true. Week 1, no fireworks, just less fear. Week 2, she stopped calling the pain my pain. Week 3, there were gaps, minutes at a time, of clean, effortless ease. Over months, her inner landscape reorganized itself. Healing didn't arrive, it revealed. The biggest shift wasn't her body, it was her identity. Or take Aaron, debt on every side, anxiety in every breath. Praying hard made him feel harder. One night, he wrote a different line in his journal. Supply has a single source, and it isn't a paycheck or a client. It is the infinite operating as my being. He didn't quit working. He quit worshiping circumstances. He made calls from fullness, not panic. He showed up with clarity instead of clutching. Doors opened, not because the universe finally noticed him, but because his state stopped pushing everything away. Consciousness expresses as conditions. And relationships? Nisha and her partner were stuck in a cold war of old hurts. Her prayers had all been attempts to change him. When she pivoted to awareness, the tone of her inner life shifted. There is one presence here appearing as both of us. Only love is ultimately real. She set real boundaries where needed, but without venom. She stopped narrating him as her enemy. Over time, conversations softened. Some patterns ended, others never returned. Whether the relationship stayed or ended, she discovered a deeper truth. Inner alignment isn't about controlling another person. It's about refusing to abandon reality for a story. If you want to live this, not just admire it, practice 3 simple moves that deepen recognition. First, enter living silence, not forced emptiness, not gritting your teeth to stop thoughts. Sit for 5 to 10 minutes and relax the fixer. Let your breathing happen. Let your thoughts pass. Whisper inwardly, presence is already here. Then stop trying. In this ease, something larger than effort holds you. Words become unnecessary because truth isn't far away. Second, retire the myth of external source. Jobs, doctors, partners, clients, wonderful channels, not the source. When you feel your attention clinging to a specific outcome or person, loosen your grip and say, "My good doesn't start outside and travel to me. It flows from the infinite through any channel it wants." Now you can use every wise tool, medicine, work, counsel, without handing them your worship. Third, depersonalize the problem. Notice how quickly we say my illness, my anxiety, my scarcity. Watch what that little word does. It welds an appearance to your identity. Instead, try. This is a passing report inside awareness, not a power over awareness. You're not pretending away symptoms or bills. You're refusing to crown them king. When the storm isn't you, it has nothing to rule. Of course, the mind will resist. Doubt will whisper, "This is fantasy. You're not God." And the mind is right about one thing. Your ego isn't God. But awareness, the luminous field in which your whole life dances, isn't he a separate creature begging a distant landlord? When doubt rises, don't wrestle it. Notice it, bless it, and return. Presence is here as my very being. The wave passes. The ocean remains. Impatience will also show up. We love overnight miracles. But just like muscles, consciousness takes repetition. A short daily rhythm beats occasional marathons. 5 minutes of recognition upon waking. 5 minutes of silence before sleep. On busier days, keep the minimum. On spacious days, linger. 100 consistent days will shift more than 10 heroic ones. And sometimes you'll feel alone in this. Not everyone around you will understand. That's okay. Read a few pages of a spiritual classic. Listen to a recording that lifts you. Find one friend who gets it. Most of all, feel for the companionship that doesn't leave, the quiet warmth of being itself. You are never practicing by yourself. Presence is practicing as you. Now apply this to real-life flashpoints. Health. Seek medical care when wise, and refuse fear the throne. Let treatments be channels, not gods. Keep your attention anchored. The life I am is whole, and it can use any channel to show its harmony. Money and work. Take bold, intelligent action from sufficiency, not scarcity. Scarcity scrambles the signal, sufficiency clears it. Make the call, send the proposal, but do it as someone who already is plugged into source, not someone begging for a lifeline. Relationships. Set boundaries without hatred. End what must end without turning anyone into a villain in your mind. Hold to the deeper fact. The same life lives both of you. Whether they change or not, your clarity frees you. Crisis. When everything hits at once, drop the story for a moment and rest in a single line. Peace isn't something I am chasing. Peace is what I am. You'll still make calls, solve problems, and show up, but not as a drowning person grabbing for air. You'll move as the air. Over time, this stops feeling like a technique and starts feeling like home. You won't have to remember to do recognition. Recognition will quietly do you. People might notice a different fragrance around your life. Steadiness without stiffness, compassion without collapse. It won't mean you're problem-free. It will mean you're reality-rooted. So here's your simple daily arc. Morning. Acknowledge. Presence is here as me. Midday. Remember, source is within, channels are many. Evening. Rest. 5 minutes of easy silence. When you forget, and you will, don't scold yourself. Smile. Return. Truth didn't change while you were distracted. The sun didn't switch off because a cloud drifted by. This is the shift Joel Goldsmith pointed to, from appealing to a far-off power to living as the transparency of the only power, from lack to fullness, from trying to being, from praying to God to praying as presence. And when you live here, life stops feeling like a negotiation and starts feeling like a revelation. If this message lights something in you, Breathe with it for a week. Give it 5 minutes in the morning and 5 at night. Watch what softens. Watch what opens. Watch who you become when you stop begging and simply are. If this resonated, tap. Like so more seekers find it, subscribe for deeper teachings that keep you centered in presence, and comment below with the single line you'll practice today. I read every comment, and remember, you are not reaching for the divine. You are how the divine is reaching this moment.